back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me for my 15th Flosstube video. I am recording this on Wednesday, February 21st, although it might not be uploaded until tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, I hope everyone has been doing really good, and I want to say a huge thank you to all of the people that have been with me from the very beginning, and a huge welcome to all of my new subscribers. I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching some of my past videos, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy watching my new videos. So it's been, I think, about a month since my last update. I don't know. Again, nothing exciting. I wasn't doing anything exciting. Just been busy working and just, you know, normal stuff that we're all busy with. But I've been stitching, so I've got lots to share with you guys. Other than that, let's see. What else have we been up to at the House of Floss and Fluff? Let's see. Well, 2 weeks ago, on a Monday, our heat went out. That was fun. So I woke up Monday morning and it was freezing, and put my hand down by the vent and nothing. So after two repairmen, there's a whole story there. I won't bore you guys with this, but two repairmen later, and about 11:30 in the morning on Monday, we finally had heat. So it's all good. We're back to normal here at the House of Floss and Fluff, and you know, but I don't want to go through that again. That was not a good way to start the week. Let's see. Other than that, I just wanted to give a brief update on my son, because so many people have either reached out to me privately or have left comments and well wishes for my son. And if you're new to my channel, my son broke his arm back in December, right before Christmas. And so we were at the doctor, last week. And they had put him in the short cast a month ago. And so this past week, he had that cast removed. They did another x-ray, and everything is healing, finally. Yay, everything's healing. He is now in a brace, and he's got about another 3 to 4 weeks before the doctor kind of will term him, I guess, fully healed. He's got no gym or sports yet, but like I said, he only has to wear the brace now, no more cast. So he is just, you know, he's happy he can finally take a shower without having to have a garbage bag on his arm. It's the little things in life. So other than that, that's kind of been the update here here at the House of Floss and Fluff. So otherwise, like I said, I've just been busy working, getting orders out, working on some new design ideas that I might share with you guys later, but it doesn't really have anything to do with cross stitch. So, but anyway. So we're going to dive in, because like I said, I've got a lot to show you guys. So I do have a couple small finishes. I didn't get anything big finished, but I have a couple small finishes. So there is a shop called Stitchering, S-T-I-T-C-H-E-R-I-N-G. They have a shop on Etsy. They also have their own website, and I'll link all that below. And around the holiday time, they do a lot of stitching challenges, or they call them stitching quests, and I participated back in 2016. I participated in both their Halloween and their Christmas, and they give out prizes and things. There's different ways to win different, you know, patterns and whatnot, and I actually won something in their Halloween quest back in 2016, but they did one for Valentine's Day this year. And so I went ahead and participated, and it was really kind of cool. They gave you a list of, I think it was like 4 or 5 patterns, and you picked the pattern that you wanted to start with, you downloaded the pattern, you stitched it, you uploaded a picture to Instagram, and then you could publish that right onto their website, and that opened up more patterns for you to stitch. And you got points for every pattern that you completed, and obviously people with the most points won prizes. I didn't win anything because, yeah, I have discovered, and I know this, I am a marathon stitcher. I am not a sprinting stitcher. I am slow, painfully slow. But I did get a couple finishes out of that. And so this was the first piece that I did. It's a little love piece. And this is just a piece of 18 count Aida that I had dyed with a little bit of pink dye. I think it'll show up a little bit better there. And so it was cute. That was the first one I did. And this one stitched up pretty quick. And so then the second one that I did, second pattern I picked is this one. And I think it was really cute. Now this one, I changed all of the colors in this one. And for no good reason, honestly. The reason that I changed all of the colors in this, I was too lazy to go upstairs to my craft room and search through my collection of DMC. That's all. I just grabbed floss colors that were sitting right next to me. So there's a combination of Sullivan's floss, Cosmo floss, whatever I had next to me. But I think it turned out really cute, all except for the outline, the back stitching part of this bow. I think it was because I was really tired when I finished this. This bow killed me. I know. It's a disaster, I think. I don't know. But it's done. It turned out cute. And then I started a third one. This was my third start. And this was just a scrap of 18 count Aida that I dyed with the cocoa powder. And so this is going to be actually a peach. And then it says "You're a peach" up here. It's backstitched. But I did not get this one done in time. I was hoping, I thought maybe, but no. So those are my only finishes. Like I said, I think I've picked some larger projects to work on, or larger for me. And so I'm kind of getting a little disappointed. I need some finishes. I gotta throw in some smaller pieces so I can get some finishes. But okay, so the last time that I saw you guys was around the 25th of January. I think that was about when I uploaded my last video. So we're going to go from there, from what I've been working on. So the first piece I'm going to show you guys is my flower Quaker, and that is by Verbena CS on Etsy. And I did change all of the colors on this, and I don't have an overall picture. I should have, you know, I went and printed out a whole bunch of overall pictures to show you guys, and I forgot that one. So let me get this turned the right way. Okay. So I think I did that last time too. So that is my flower Quaker. Now, if you watched my previous video, you might be looking at me thinking, there's something missing here. There's progress missing here, because this big green motif here, I ended up having to rip out the entire motif and restart. Just that motif, but yeah. I was not happy, because this is my relaxing piece. This is being stitched on 14 count Aida. This is just a beige piece of Aida that I got from 123 Stitch. It has not been dyed, so it hasn't shrunk at all, so it's really easy to work on. And then this miscount happened, and I was so angry. I haven't worked on this one in almost a month, because I just was so mad at myself. But it's fixed now, and now that I have it pulled back out, I want to work on it. So there is like no progress on that one, but you know, I fixed it, right? I think that should count for something, I guess. I fixed it. Okay, so then I worked on my piece from Barbara Anna. Oops. All right, I'm trying to keep stuff all organized. So I worked on my Barbara Anna piece, which is Love Never Fails, and I know it's itty bitty tiny picture. And this is my progress on that. So the last time that I showed this piece, I just had this flower here and just the flower part here. So I added in all of the leaf and then, of course, the lady's head. And as I was stitching this, I actually ended up staying up later than I normally stay up. I tend to go to bed early because I get up really early in the morning. But I could not put this down until I had her head finished. It was too creepy. It was just, I could not go to sleep with her head not done. It had to be finished. So I think I made pretty good progress for one night of work on this one. And I really like this. And this is just a 28 count Monaco that I coffee dyed. So I really like this piece. That's my problem, is I like everything that I'm stitching right now. And so it's really hard to like sit and pick one thing to work on. I want to work on everything. That's my problem. Okay. So then I watched, I think Priscilla and Chelsea had done a video, which Priscilla and Chelsea are the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, and they are doing a stitch along with this piece, Winter Wonderland by Little House Needleworks. And so I had to pull mine out and put some more stitches into it. So I got some more progress on this. So the last time you guys saw it, I had pretty much all of this part done up here. So I went and I added in the snowflake down here, started adding in the words for Winter Wonderland. So I got Wint, and then I've got the bottom border started. So not too bad. Should be ready for next winter. Of course, I don't know, the way winter hangs on where we are here, I live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So winter can hang on here until May sometimes. So, you know, I can leave winter decor out for a while. Okay, well, I gotta flip my stitching journal, I don't know. Apparently I can't talk today. Okay, so the next piece I worked on was Cinderella from Little Stitcher Shop on Etsy. And, oops, and this is what the piece is going to look like. And this was a Christmas gift. So I absolutely love this one. Like I said, I love every single piece that I'm currently working on. And here is my progress. Oops. Hold on, I'm just going to try and fold this so that I can hold it up a little bit better. Maybe, I don't know. There we go. So there's my progress on Cinderella. So last time you guys saw this, I had most of her done and I had a little bit of the top done. And so I finished out the top. I just have a little bit of the border left to do. But this is as far over as this piece will go. I'm sorry. Camera's going to shake. Newfie. Newfie has decided to come for a visit. Oh, Newfie. I'm sorry. If you guys are new to my channel, we have a 13-month-old Newfoundland puppy named Lucy. And so she is going to make her rounds. She's been sleeping all day today, so she's going to probably be bumping into everything tonight as I'm doing this video. But anyway, so this is, like I said, finally I reached the outside border here. So this is as wide as what the piece is going to be. I think it's coming out super cute. I love this. And I'm going to say that probably about every single thing that I'm working on tonight, because I do. I love everything. So I can't wait to have this finished. I need to be an octopus, I think. I need like 8 arms so that I can stitch a little on everything every day. That's what I need. Okay, so then the next piece I worked on is a really special piece. It is a piece that I charted myself, the first time I've ever charted a pattern. So I charted a Snowman temperature piece, and I will grab my notes here, or my pattern actually, so I can remind you guys what it looked like. Okay, so this is the January part right here, and so this is the one obviously that I started with. And then I had mentioned in my last video that I wanted to rechart February, that I was not happy with him. And so I did go ahead and do that, if I can find it. I've got so much stuff here crammed together with this. Here it is. Okay. So that is my rechart of February. And it's not 100% what I had in mind, but I'm happy with how it came out, so I'm looking forward to stitching him. So I did finally get to start this piece. I got all my threads in. Now I'm stitching most of this using Sullivan thread, and then, well, I'll just show you guys, and then I'll explain. Okay, so there is my January. And like I said, he's a temperature piece. So each band of color is a different high temperature for that day in January. So there's 31 lines in him. And that's why it's all different colors, because it all corresponds to a temperature scale. So I really, really like him. The only thing is this dark gray here. That color ended up being a lot darker than what I had originally thought it was going to be. And so that would be the only thing. If I were to do this pattern again, I would change that color to a lighter color. But I still like it, and I think it's actually kind of cute because it's up here in his face. So it kind of looks like he is a snowman with a 5 o'clock shadow, and I just think that's really cool. So now, like I said, all of the different colors here that make up the temperature portion of the snowman are Sullivan's Floss, and then the orange here, and I think one of the greens is Cosmo Floss. So I'm just using whatever floss colors I want, kind of, except for the temperature scale. The temperature scale I have charted out, but all of the rest I'm just kind of spontaneously grabbing colors as I stitch. But I love him. I'm so happy with how he came out. And now I'm really excited to stitch up February. Can't wait. And I know I could go ahead and start stitching February because we're already into the 21st, but I found that I actually really liked stitching him when all of January was done. So the whole month of January is done, so I had all of the colors charted out. See? So that's my whole chart. So I had all of the colors charted out already for January, and so it just made stitching him really easy. Especially when there were, you know, blocks of color. So I'm just going to wait, and on the 1st of March, I will stitch up February's snowman. So yeah, I'm really happy. For my first time ever charting a pattern, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. It's really, really cute. So, okay. So after that, I had purchased, well, I purchased a new pattern. Hold on. I put stuff in here wrong. And I'm losing all my floss. Okay. So I purchased a new pattern, and this was one that my husband actually saw and was like, you know, that's a really cool pattern. You should get that. Yes, my husband. Okay. I will tell you guys in a minute here. My husband has been picking out patterns for me. Okay. And yeah, just wait. Okay. So he saw this one. We have a shared Facebook, and so he saw this on Facebook, and he just really, really liked it. And I'm almost done with this. And so this is Patriotic Patchwork from Stone Street Stitchworks. There we go. Okay. And I love this. I absolutely love this. I can't wait to finish it. It is stitching up so nice. And so I did change a few of the colors. Let's see. This blue here was charted in hold on. Okay. So this blue color here, the blue houses, were charted in 221, which is a very, very dark pink. And I decided to change mine to a blue, which is 926. And I'll be honest, the reason I did it was actually, again, laziness. I just did not want to go digging through all of my DMC right now because I have several bags of DMC floss that I need to get organized. And so as I work up new patterns, I actually try to pull floss from those bags because it kind of forces me to put them on bobbins and get them put away properly. And I just happened to find this color, this 926, and I just really, really liked the color. And I'm like, you know what? If it goes with the other colors in this, I'm going to use it. And it did. It went with the other colors. Okay, so then I changed this dark blue here. Okay, that was charted in 939, and I changed mine to 823. And the only reason I did that is because I actually have more of the 823, and I wasn't sure how much floss I was going to need. Especially sometimes I get really I get really overly critical about my stitches, so I'll kind of rip things out and redo it numerous times. So I always like to make sure I have a lot of extra floss just in case. And then I changed the red color right here from 355 to 3777. And the only reason I did that is I don't have a lot of the 355, so I wanted to use something a little bit different. And I liked the 3777 with this color blue. And then the star here, which you can, that one is kind of left up to your discretion of how you want to stitch it or what color you want to stitch it. It's charted in 435, and I just put mine at 437. I just lightened it up just a little bit to go with the house. But I love this. And so once I have this finished, this will be the first finish for my patriotic wall. And so if you're new to my channel, my husband and I have picked out a wall in our living room, and we're going to turn it into our patriotic wall. He has a big palette flag already hanging up there, and so then I'm doing a bunch of patriotic themed cross stitch pieces to put around the flag. And that idea actually came from Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, Vanna Pfeiffer. She has an entire patriotic room in her house, and it is absolutely stunning. And unfortunately, I don't have a spare room right now that I can do as a patriotic room. Eventually, we're redoing our den, which I know I'm pointing and you guys are like, hello, we don't know where your house, but we have a den over this way. And once that gets all redone, I want to turn that into like an actual patriotic room and a library type thing. But anyway, so this will be the first patriotic wall finish. And then this is being stitched on 28 count Jobelin in Sage Summer Khaki. And I got this from 123 Stitch, and I love this. This is my first time stitching on Jobelin. I love it. Love it. I'm becoming addicted to stitching on even weave. Okay, so the last piece, and this was another new start that I worked on, excuse me, is Easter Lamb. This is by Primitive Acorns on Etsy. Okay, and this is my little start. And this is so cute. So I'm stitching this on 28 count Monaco in glass blue. And this is just a piece of, this is just from Charles Craft. And I got this fabric from Stony Creek. They were having their Super Bowl sale at the beginning of February. And so I picked up some fabric from there. Because like I said, I have become addicted to stitching on even weave now. I will never totally give up Aida. I do love my Aida, but I really, really like stitching on even weave. So I've been picking up fabric whenever I can. So this is my little start. I love this. This is so cute. And I did switch out, this whole pattern I believe is charted in DMC, and I did switch them to Cosmo threads. And I think I've got a Sullivan thread in there, and I pulled a Gentle Arts thread, and so I just kind of pulled what I had on hand. And so, but this is going to be super cute. And I have an idea of how I'm going to finish this. I'm just hoping that my idea works, because it'll be really cute. Okay, so moving on to, let's see, moving on to my stitchy goodies that I have gotten over the last, well, almost a month. So, okay. So like I said, my husband has been picking out cross-stitch patterns for me. Now, okay, seriously, if my husband wants to say, hey, here you go spend money, sure, I will go spend money. And so he likes the Stone Street Stitch Works, as do I. So when I picked up Patriotic Patchwork, I also got this one. This is the Stitch Along. Oh, and it's going to glare really bad, but love this. And this was another one that my husband actually saw on Facebook and was like, oh, you should get that. That looks really nice. I'm like, okay, sure. I will put it in my cart and I will get it. And then she released Libertyville, which I had to get because that's basically, you know, the companion piece to Patriotic Patchwork, or at least it's very similar. And I love it. It's just gorgeous. Now I'm trying to decide, should I go ahead and get the same fabric and stitch this one on the same fabric as what I stitched this one on? What do you guys think? Should I stitch it on the same fabric, or should I change up the fabric? I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I can't decide. So help me decide. What do you guys think? Should I stitch this one on the same fabric, the 28 count Jovelin is what I stitched this on, or should I go ahead and put this on a totally different fabric? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you think I should do. Okay. So then I picked up one more pattern. I have this big idea that I'm going to turn my upstairs hallway into a fairy tale hallway. And what I want to do is I want to stitch all the primitive fairy tale pieces. Well, not all of them, but a bunch of them. Little Stitcher Shop has so many cute ones. Primitive Hair has a bunch. I've found a few other places that have some really, really cute fairy tale themed pieces. Anyway, so I purchased Librarian's House because I thought, now how perfect would it be to have the Librarian's House at the very front of my wall of fairy tales. So basically, the librarian is protecting my fairy tales. I don't know, sometimes, yeah. I'm a person that always wanted to be a writer and just never could sit down and write a whole book, so sometimes I get these crazy little notions in my head. But anyway, the other fun part about this is I was reading about the pattern, and this pattern is reminiscent of Dutch samplers that were stitched in the 17 and 1800s. And here's the really cool part. My maiden name is actually Dutch. And so we actually still have, I don't know if they're distant relatives or what, you know, but there are people that are technically related to my family that are still in Holland. So it's like, you know, hey, even better, even better. So on the same kick of my husband picking out patterns, told you guys, he's getting as bad as me, which is, yeah, this could be doubly bad. So we found the Etsy shop Willow Hill Samplings and found a whole bunch of patterns. They're the ones that have the, she has the Birth of the Nation pieces, and so, of course. But I found this one. I love this one. This is Land of the Free, and I love all of the houses, and there's the little people. Super cute. I love that one. And then this one, it'll be a quick stitch. This is the Little American Sampler. And it's only 2 colors, and so I've got 2 color and cottons that'll be perfect for this. And then this was the first, this is one of the Birth of the Nation pieces. This is Betsy Ross. Oh, sorry, so much glare. I love these. I'm probably going to pick up a couple more. She's got a sale right now, I believe. 20% off her patterns. So I'm going to go in and pick up a few more of these. And then, keep in mind, remember, I want to do an entire fairy tale hallway. Sorry, yeah, I don't know. I'm tired. It's late, you guys, here, so I'm getting a little goofy. Anyway, my fairy tale wall, Cinderella sampler. I love Cinderella. If you can't tell, I love Cinderella. I keep buying Cinderella stuff. So, I'm very excited to start on this one. And this one will be a little bit bigger, actually. So, looking forward to that one. Okay. So, should I continue on with pieces that sure. I'll continue on with the pieces that my husband wanted me to stitch. Oh yeah, there's more. So again, he's being enabled by Stitch Mania too. So he was on, somebody had posted on Stitch Mania on Facebook that a piece of Mirabilia that they had stitched. A patriotic themed Mirabilia. Okay, nobody panic. It is not Lady of the Flag. Okay? I will let you guys breathe easy. It was not Lady of the Flag. So I'm going to find it in here. Hold on. This part I did not organize as well as I should have. Okay. So this is the one that he loved. This is Queen of Freedom. And she is gorgeous. This is the first Mirabilia that I've ever owned. I'm terrified of stitching a Mirabilia, I'm not gonna lie. There are some designers that I love them, I love their patterns, but they scare me. They absolutely terrify me to actually stitch them. Mirabilia is one, just with the beads and the cryneck, and it's just, they're so pretty, and I want to make sure that they look pretty. So this could be a little while before I go ahead and actually stitch this. But I wanted to get the pattern because I know that Mirabilias can be very difficult to find when they are retired, and I'm one of those that I'm really bad at keeping up on things. So, you know, it could be retired and you know, 2 years later I have no idea that it was retired, you know. So I went ahead and I got it. Okay, and I'm going to take a quick break because I'm almost at my time limit, and I will be right back, okay? So if you're new to my channel, the reason I do that is I record my videos on my phone, and it only lets me record for about 32 minutes and then it cuts me off. So instead of it cutting me off, I just end it and come back. So we ended up with me buying the Queen of Freedom for my husband because he really liked this piece. So on the Mirabilia thought process here, I've never stitched a Mira. I told you guys they scare me. So I looked through some of the other Miras to see if I could find one that was maybe a little bit easier to stitch, maybe didn't have the beads and the cryneck and all this kind of stuff. Maybe I'd feel a little bit more comfortable stitching it, and I'd work my way up to stitching this one. I found one that I really, really liked. Okay, and it's this one. So this is In My Garden. This is the Autumn. In My Garden is a series of 4. I fell in love with the Autumn one, and it only has 1 pack of beads. Or one, you know, this was the only beads that were called for in this pattern. Everything else is just DMC. Now, I went ahead and I actually changed mine to Sullivan's. I'm going to stitch this in Sullivan's floss. The reason why is that Sullivan's floss has kind of a matted look to it, and I really liked that look for this piece. And so I'm going to try stitching this in all Sullivan's floss. I already bought all my floss. And we'll see how it turns out. You know, if I don't like it, I can always go ahead. So I'm going to put those down so I don't shake them and make extra noise. But I can always go ahead and get, you know, the DMC if I don't like how it's looking. And I also went and I picked up the fabric. Now this was, the called for fabric on this was a 32 count linen. And I've never really stitched on linen. But I did go ahead and I picked up a 32 count, and this is a Jobelin again. And this is lamb's wool. Let's see if you can get the color. The color is similar. You know, it's pretty close. Now I have never stitched on 32 count. I've only stitched on 28 count. So I'm a little scared. But I think I'll be okay. And I do want to say to all of my stitchy friends out there, if you guys have stitched a Mirabilia, I will probably be contacting you because I'm a little confused in some of the facial stuff. This one isn't too bad, but I'll show you guys here in a second because I did not stop with this one. Okay? So we'll just, like I said, this was a series of 4. So I got all 4. So there's spring. Spring was getting to be kind of hard to find. And so that's why I kind of was like, you know what? I'm just going to get all 4. So there's spring. And there's summer. And there's winter. So I will eventually stitch all of them. Yeah. For somebody who has never owned a Mirabilia, I now have 4 of them. Or 5 of them. I'm sorry, I have 5. All thanks to my husband because he loved this one. So, I swear, I feel like I'm the luckiest wife ever because my husband is like, go buy this, go buy this. In fact, he's been texting me. Like, he's been texting me patterns and stuff. Here, you need to buy this. Okay, sure. But anyway, as I was saying about the Mirabilia, like I said, I may be reaching out to some of my stitchy friends, especially those that I know have stitched Mirabilias in the past or are currently working on Mirabilias, because I do have a few questions in the face, regarding the skin in the face. This one isn't too bad, but which one was it now? The winter one. The winter one, I was looking at the pattern, and the face, for some reason, was kind of confusing. I don't know. Like I said, I think part of my problem is that I've kind of psyched myself out. I don't know why, but I have like this mental block of like, your stitching isn't good enough to stitch a Mirabilia. I don't know. So I think that might be part of it. But so I may be reaching out. Sorry. I'll try not to bother anyone too much. And I have been watching, Danielle Stitcherista has done numerous tutorials. And she has showed numerous tutorials on stitching like with a 1/1 skin and working on Mirabilias. And so Danielle, I will be stalking your Flosstube page. So hopefully I won't have to bug anyone too much. Okay, so then I did pick up 2 other patterns. I know. I need help, you guys. But anyway, these ones were not picked out by my husband. But I found these. So this is by, what is it? Canicus, I think, is the name. So this one, I love this one. This is called She Tends Her Garden. Isn't that pretty? And I love how she has it, oh sorry, I love how she has it finished. So I really like this one. Now, this one, this next pattern, it's by the same designer, the Canicus. I cannot wait to start this pattern. I cut my fabric for it. I'm going to dye up my fabric. Seriously, look at this. So it is called Raven Moon Nevermore. Oh my god, can you just die? I love this. You guys know I love, if you're new to my channel, I love Halloween. I love Halloween stitching. I am also a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan. I love his poetry, short stories. I love The Raven. I cannot wait to stitch this. This is just so cool. And the really cool thing about this piece is, now this part here, the display piece, the designer of this actually has a pre-printed linen. And the pre-printed linen actually has the raven and the moon, and I think it has, hold on, it has the bats. I think it even has the quote on it. And so you really don't have to stitch that much. Now, I did not get the pre-printed linen. I'm doing mine on 28 count Monaco that I'm going to go ahead and dye myself. And so I get to stitch all of this. And so this piece is going to take me a while. It is 211 by 234, so that's a large piece for me. But I'm excited to start this one. Okay, so what else have I bought? Oh my gosh. Like I said, fabric. I've been buying fabric. So not all of my fabric has come in yet, but I did finally get my fabric I ordered from 123 Stitch. This is just tea-dyed 28 count Monaco. I wanted to see what their tea-dyed looked like. It's not bad. There's no modeling. But it's a really nice base. I mean, if I wanted to go ahead and tea dye it or coffee dye it myself, I'm sorry, it's coffee dye, tea dyed. But if I wanted to go ahead and coffee dye it myself and pop it in the oven, I could probably get some really good modeling on here. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. It just it's pretty just the way it is. And then, like I said, I had ordered from Stony Creek. Sorry, Crinkle Crinkle. Sorry. I have to keep all my fabric in separate bags so that way the dog doesn't drool all over it. I had ordered from Stony Creek their, wow, I just had it, their Super Bowl sale. I ordered that piece of glass blue 28 count Monaco. I ordered a yard of just plain old white Lugana because I really liked stitching on Lugana, and I wanted just plain old white because then I can go ahead and dye it whatever color I want. And then I also, I'm not going to show you guys, but I also picked up another bolt of 28 count Monaco from Joann's. Joann's had a 50% off coupon. I wanted more fabric. It all worked out. So, yeah. So other than that, what else? Oh, I did get a few more packs of the Cosmo floss. I got this one from Snuggly Monkey on Etsy, and they had, I really liked that they had just these kind of packs that you could just buy of all different colors. So I picked up a few of those, and so that's it. Oh wait, no, sorry, I have one more thing to show you guys. So this isn't actually this. Oh, sorry, you really don't need to see that close to my face. But anyway, so I got this at our antiques store. So it's a milk crate, but it's a divided milk crate. And so what I want to do, and my husband is going to help me with this, is we're going to put hangers on the back of here. I'm going to make it into a cubby or a shelves, and it's probably going to hang over in this corner over here. Isn't that cool? I love that. So I love the cubbies that everyone's been showing. A lot of people have been showing the cubbies and stuff. I know Danielle Stitcherista has, and I love it. And so I just thought that fit in with our decor really cool, and so I'm super excited with that. And I found these little canvases. See, just a little canvas. They're really nice and thick, and these are 3-inch squares, and these are 3 3/4 squares, so they fit in there just perfect. And so I'm going to put little cross stitch pieces in there. I can't wait. So that was my other big find. So I'm also really excited. When we were at the antique store last I was looking for that for the milk crate. They had a bunch of antique frames. I can't wait to go back and just, you know, buy a whole bunch of frames. So anyway, so that's it. That is what I have stitched, what I have bought, and I have been here for probably over 40 minutes. So you guys, I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week and weekend full of lots and lots of stitching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, liking my video, or thumbs upping my videos, leaving me comments. You guys, I love the comments. I do. I read them all. I love them. I think I've commented back to everybody. I'm trying. But thank you guys so much for sitting with me for a little while today. And I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week and weekend. And I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.